Hello, everyone. I thought it'd be an appropriate time for me to give a shout out to our dear friends over at the Transportation Security Administration, also known as the TSA. I'm going to jump right in and tell you how I really feel about this wonderful, kind, loving government agency that cares about you so much. This past weekend, reports were that at least 300 TSA workers and counting have resigned recently across some of the major airports in the United States. By now, that number might be up to 500. I don't know. The biggest reason being that they are expected to be going to work without pay due to the partial government shutdown. What's funny is that, according to the media, we're supposed to feel sorry for these people and for the organization for running into all of these difficulties with staffing shortages, long lines, and overworked employees. It just makes me laugh. We're talking about the TSA, the biggest violators of the Fourth Amendment, the agency that was defined into existence by George W. Bush for the sole purpose of violating your constitutionally protected rights using mass surveillance, fear tactics, and threatening to put you in a cage if you don't obey their orders and comply with their every command. This is all under the disguise of keeping you safe from those scary people, whomever they are, wherever they are, out there somewhere. And now that they are experiencing a little taste of these difficult economic times that we're all dealing with, they're asking us to express our deepest sympathies to them. Travelers are now being asked to donate gift cards in $10 or $20 increments or give canned foods to help those poor souls at the TSA with gas money and their grocery bills. Because we all know the TSA people are the victims who have it so hard, not the people whose human rights are violated by them every single day. I just laugh at how stupid this is. You cannot make this shit up. This is the biggest hypocritical bullshit coming from the biggest hypocritical organization that has ever existed. This is the same agency that rummages through your stuff, barks orders at you, treats you like you're a criminal, makes you go through cancer causing x ray machines with your hands raised high above your head, gropes you, harasses you, steals or throws out your personal belongings, invades your privacy, and institutes mass surveillance, none of this with your consent. You have to go through all of this just to get on a plane. This one guy who works for them said in an interview today that they take an oath to uphold the Constitution, which I didn't know. What? That makes no sense. All they do is break it. That's their sole purpose. And now we're supposed to feel sorry for them because a few of them missed a paycheck. Like none of us have ever missed a paycheck. The people who provide actual value to society, us, and we're the ones who have to deal with all of this abuse. Well, cry me a big fat river, honey. Kick some of those rocks over there while you're at it. Hearing me talk about this stuff is a much needed change of pace that you all need to hear. Because I believe in actual freedom and practically nobody else does, even in America. This nonsensical agency, the TSA, was supposed to be a temporary response to 9/11. Now, we're 25 years later, and this security theater nonsense is still ongoing with no signs of letting up. The TSA is still the definition of what is wrong with public air travel. Don't waste your time feeling sorry for them. I'm not. Of all the unneeded, corrupt, useless federal agencies that nobody ever asked for in the first place, they, along with the IRS, need to be abolished first. So that's my tribute to you, pawns of the TSA who are getting screwed. If you listen closely, you can hear the world's saddest sounding violin off in the distance. You hear that? I do. A little bit of karma is never a bad thing. You picked your job. And by the way, the government is not shut down, not partially or completely, like what they were trying to tell us during the previous one near the end of 2025. If the government was actually shut down, nobody who works for the government, including the military and the politicians themselves, would be going to work and getting paid. All of the public airports and everything else operating under the arm of government would shut down. Has that ever happened? No. Will it ever happen? Probably not, but we can dream, can we? Government shutdowns are just another lie that they feed us to usher in another state of emergency as an excuse to get more money. That's always what the excuse is behind everything that they do, to lie and to raise taxes on you in order to gain more power and control over your life. What else is new? That's why I always go back and relate everything to the title of my channel. Action, not just spreading awareness. We've been there, done that, and nothing has gotten done. Taking action is the only way in which the world will start changing for the better. Not by looking to or waiting on the government to make the needed changes in this world. It's looking to ourselves to be the change. For example, creating a voluntarist society in the area of, you choose, education, transportation, healthcare, or my favorite, air travel. In the meantime, just wanted to share my recent thoughts. Have a good week, and I'll see you next time.